All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's a huge headache for anyone building physical products: testing. It's almost always the biggest bottleneck. But what if you could flip that on its head and turn it into your company's greatest competitive advantage? Let's see how.
So let me just ask you straight up. Is hardware testing slowing you down? If you're in the business of making real physical things, I'm willing to bet you felt that pain. You know, that feeling of slow, messy, inefficient testing holding back your entire team. And that pain? It probably looks a lot like this. You're trying to juggle a dozen different tools that don't talk to each other. Critical test data just vanishes into spreadsheets or gets stuck in some other department's server. Little manual errors creep in and mess things up. Test procedures are different every time. And all of this, it just adds up to the one thing nobody wants: delayed product launches. It's a system that's pretty much built to fail.
Okay, but what if you could just break through all of that? Well, that's exactly where Twinmo comes into the picture. It's built from the ground up to be a single, unified platform that tackles all that fragmentation head on.
So what is Twinmo really? Well, think of it as one central hub. It's a unified, AI-powered platform that pulls together every single part of your testing process, from the very first design checks all the way to the final tests on the factory floor. The two words you really got to remember here are unified and AI-powered.
And what that means in the real world is you can stop juggling apps. You can stop losing data between different systems. When you have one single platform for every phase, you get this amazing, seamless flow of information. And boom, those silos that cause all the delays, they're gone. So how does it actually pull this off? Well, to get it, you have to understand its structure. Twinmo is built on 3 layers that are all connected. Each one has a specific job, and when they work together, they completely transform your whole testing world. Okay, so here are the 3 layers. First, you have test execution. That's the foundation. Then you have lab operations, which is all about organizing the chaos. And finally, the top layer, product quality improvement. This is where the magic really happens. Let's break them down, starting from the ground up. All right, layer 1, test execution. This is all about running tests that are structured, precise, and, most importantly, repeatable. To show you how flexible it is, let's look at 2 totally different products. For something complex like an EV bike, you're validating battery life and brake safety using digital instructions, pulling data in real time. But it works just as well for, say, a smart rice cooker, where you're just checking temperature and Wi-Fi connectivity. The goal is the same: get structured, accurate data without any manual screw-ups. Now for layer 2, lab operations. Look, a test lab is way more than just the instruments, right? It's a whole ecosystem of people, equipment, and schedules. For that EV bike, you're managing huge, expensive machines like dynos. With the rice cooker, maybe you're just tracking small things like thermocouples and test queues. In both cases, Twinmo gives you this bird's eye view of everything, so you can optimize every single resource and make sure nothing is sitting idle. And that brings us to layer 3. And honestly, this is where testing stops being reactive and becomes truly proactive. For the EV bike, all that test data gets pooled together. So when a motor overheats, you can instantly find out why. And the platform's AI might even suggest a better design. For the rice cooker, it can spot patterns like uneven heating across thousands of units, so you can fix the problem before it turns into a flood of warranty claims. You're actually closing the loop between testing and engineering. And that idea of the AI suggesting design changes, well, that brings us to the platform's biggest game changer: the AI-powered advantage. This isn't just about collecting data anymore. It's about using genuine intelligence to speed up your entire innovation cycle. So what do these AI assistants do? Well, they're basically doing the heavy lifting that used to take your engineers weeks. They can create test plans, write up complex regulatory reports, automatically analyze the results after a run, and, like we saw, even suggest real concrete design improvements. This frees up your best people to actually innovate, not just do paperwork. This quote just nails the whole idea perfectly. It's a total shift in mindset. We're not just trying to find what's broken anymore. The goal is to instantly use test data to fix the design, to create this seamless, fast path from a test result to a better product. So, you put all these pieces together, the 3 layers, the AI, and what's the result? It's simple, really. You launch better products, and you do it faster. You're not just doing tests anymore, you're building a real competitive advantage right into how you work. And this table just lays it all out, plain and simple. You go from a mess of disconnected tools to one integrated platform. You go from lost data to a single source of truth. You go from slow, manual analysis to instant AI-powered insights. And the final result? That bottleneck becomes your competitive advantage. It's a night and day difference.
So if you're going to take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. It's all about empowering your teams to experiment faster, test smarter, and at the end of the day, launch much better, more reliable products.
And that brings us right back to where we started. This is the entire mission, right here, to fundamentally change what testing means, from something that causes delays into something that actually drives innovation and quality forward.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Take a hard look at your own process, find your biggest bottleneck, and just ask yourself, what would it mean for your business if that one thing became your greatest strength? Thanks for tuning in.